3, 2, 1, bop.
That's a nice, solid Liverpool bop.
Oh, I always want to make that the very beginning. Hello, everyone.
Oh, hello. All right. We're off and running.
You might not know where that bop just came from, who that bop is.
Yeah, it's a special bop.
But the bop comes from, I just found out, Liverpool, that happens to have a population of over 900,000.
Wow.
Learned that today.
You thought it was like a little country place with a little country store.
I'm like, there's 700 people live in Liverpool. What are the odds that like the Beatles? I thought the Beatles was like, it was like performing to like, I don't know, the neighbors.
Four people.
The whole country has a lot of people.
I know that.
And
But
It usually takes that to be a country. You have to have a lot.
And the country's only the size of like our city, I think.
all right, I'm sorry, Khaine. We should shut up. All right.
we're
So
good.
anyway, we're talking to Khaine,
Hello.
and Khaine is the maker of Darkness Falls mod that we play in 7 days.
Yes, round of applause.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
A wonderful, wonderful mod that we've enjoyed thoroughly. And Khaine, I'm super excited that you're here.
You poor bastards.
Yeah. It's pretty sad, isn't it?
I'm a sucker for that accent, man. Like, I am not at all into guys.
Sure, you're blushing.
But I would kiss them. I'd give them a little kiss in the neck.
You say that, though, to every guest we
It's
have.
so true.
Everyone.
Kane, how are you?
I'm doing very well. How are you all?
Fantastic, man.
Great.
Is it nice and warm where you're at?
Today is a little bit cooler, which is good because my poor laptop has been struggling.
And you're busy with that laptop, aren't you?
I am, yeah. Obviously, I do like the mod stuff on there. I do my YouTube stuff on there. And yesterday, I thought I should probably fix this, so I'll take it apart. That was interesting.
Taking apart your laptop.
It's just full of spiders.
Well, there was half a cat in it, and you know how like the CPU sockets have the sort of screw holes where you screw your heatsink in?
Of course I do.
I took those poles out with my heatsink by accident. So I was sort of looking at my heatsink going, the CPU's stuck to it, and so's the CPU retention bracket. How the fuck am I going to put this back in?
Oh, boy.
Well, I can tell he's a nerd.
Yep.
What a
Oh,
nerd.
wow. I love it. Because, yeah, that was all like, bang, bang, bang.
Who's got a kickoff question? Does
I got
anyone?
one.
Okay.
So is this your first mod, or have you done tons of mods?
That's a good starter question.
This is my first.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
I see.
What inspired you? Like, obviously, you were a fan of the game 7 Days to Die. What made you go, I want to change everything?
Well, basically, there was a few things that me and my wife didn't like in vanilla. It was mostly loot stuff, so we just tweaked where some things spawned, but left like the probabilities the same. And then we played several mods, and it was like, well, I like this from this, and I like this from this, and I like this from this. But they all had bits I also didn't like. And basically, I was stuck at home on Christmas Day, bored with the flu, and I thought, fuck it, I'm going to make my own.
And you just went.
Yep, I just went. In that one day, I got the classes working, and that was it.
Wow, so that just took a day?
Yeah, because I had no idea what I was doing.
Holy shit.
Interesting.
What? So you had no idea what you're doing, and it took you a day. Like, it would... I don't understand how you know that you can get into just doing something like this. Is this something that anybody can do, and they can just learn on the internet how to do it?
Like, it depends how complicated you want to get. I mean, if you just want to do some basic tweaks, it's XML, and I think there's quite a few tutorials around for 7 Days XML, so that is quite easy. When you start getting into the more complicated stuff that needs C#, that's a bit more of a ball ache.
So, Simon, do you know what XML is?
I translated that to easier.
Yeah, pretty much.
Neebs, do you know what XML
No,
is?
I was hoping he would.
All right.
And then we could explain it to Simon.
See, Kane, none of us know anything about coding. So explain, what is XML?
A good example is, say you wanted to give the cop more health. You know, you'd look up, like, cop in the localization file, and it'd say it's called zombie fat cop.
Okay.
And it's in entity classes. So you'd go to the entity classes file and you'd search for zombie fat cop. And then you scroll all the way down, it'll say like effect group, blah, 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 health is. And you just go, right, okay, I just increase that number.
Yeah, just change it. Okay, gotcha.
Now,
Makes
All
sense.
right.
Now, the software that you're opening these files in and changing and saving is what?
I use Notepad++ for XML.
So that's pretty complicated software there.
Notepad?
Nice.
No, no, I've seen Notepad.
I've seen
I'm a
Notepad,
dummy, and I've
too.
seen Notepad.
I'm joking about that one.
Yeah, that's a good joke.
I didn't know you were joking.
He doesn't know what Notepad is.
Nope.
Yeah, it's just Notepad on steroids, and it's free, and it's really good.
That's awesome. So now that's changing, health and stuff. What about adding
A demon.
a demon or a car or something like that?
So the demons are literally take the zombie base that I want. So again, I'm going to use the cop as an example. So copy the cop, change its hand item. The hand item is what it says. This is how much damage it does to the player, what it can do to you, etc. That's in a different file. That's in items. So I'd make a new hand item. I'd change its vomit. So instead of throwing up the acid, it throws up a fireball. And then I'd do all the code for that. Again, it is all in items. You can literally copy, paste, change a few things and change the name, and you're basically done. It's great. But then I'd also give him more health and add some extra effects and things like that, and then give him a new name. So he'd be like Zombie Fat Cop Demon. So then the game doesn't go, oh, there's two cops, I don't know what to do, and crash.
Yeah.
So we haven't gotten to, all the demons for sure in our play, but like a flying demon, you tie that to like a bird.
I actually use the old Entity Hornet code, which is still in the game for the Flying Demon.
Interesting. Okay.
I was about to say, I've never seen a bird in
I'm just saying like a vulture.
vanilla. Oh, a vulture. Yeah, gotcha.
but
that makes sense.
but
yes.
putting a different skin entirely, obviously. But okay,
So I get
hornet.
vanilla used to have hornets.
It did. That was A15 and earlier.
I did not know
shit.
that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Those
when,
hornets
That was before
suck.
we played.
when did you and your wife start playing 7 days?
Alpha 8.
Wow. You've been around a minute. You've seen some change.
Yeah, we saw it on Steam and went, oh, that looks interesting. I think it was like 25 quid. And we were going, well, we don't really want to spend 50 quid. And then it had a Steam sale for the 2-pack at Christmas. And we went, yeah, we'll have that. 'Cause I think it was like 15 quid for both. And we just went, yeah, screw it. We'll take that. Thank you.
So that was the first Christmas. That's not the same Christmas where you changed everything. Was that a year later, 2 years later?
Oh, Jesus Christ. That must have been about... I started in, I think it was 2018. So that must have been about 5-6 years later.
Oh, wow. So you had played the game enough to know you wanted to change it that much. Wow.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of shit.
Yeah. And then added like a story within. It's a bold move.
Yep, and I'm still working on that. I've got ideas. I've started blocking out some POIs, and that's about it so far.
Wow.
So, like, have you had any contact with the
Fun pimps.
the two guys?
The two owners, no, but I have spoken to a couple of the devs because they hang out in the modders Discord, and they're really, really helpful.
Cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I would imagine you'd have somewhat of a relationship with them at this point, or at least some contact.
Yeah, the actual devs who work on the game, brilliant guys, love them, super helpful. I mean, Fatal on the forums, I messaged him one day because I couldn't get laser sights working on custom guns, and I said, I know I'm being cheeky, by any chance, have you got the Unity hierarchy for, say, the pistol so I can work out what I'm doing wrong? And he sent me a screenshot and went, there you go, and that was it, and I got it working.
Awesome.
That's great.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was wondering, like, there's a ton of vehicles. We haven't seen many of them yet, but like, where do you get the build of a vehicle or the look of it and bring it in?
That one I cheated with. There's another modder called BW, and he did a vehicle pack, and everyone wanted it in Darkness Falls.
Okay.
So I contacted him and said, hey, do you mind if I include it? And he went, no, go ahead.
Oh, that's amazing.
Nice.
That's amazing.
Old mod world. Look at that.
I'm fascinated in I respect the mod world so much because I enjoy modding games. Like I modded Skyrim to all hell. So it's interesting to talk to somebody that actively does it because I tried coding once and my eyes just went cross and I ended up in a fetal position. So mad respect, dude.
Kane, has this turned into something that's kind of full-timey?
Sort of. I mean, I work from home anyway, so I just kind of fit it around my job.
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
Oh, that sounds pretty awesome.
So what do you do normally?
My full-time job is carer for my wife because she's disabled.
Oh,
Gotcha.
So you get to stay at home, work, take care of your wife. I know that I'm sure there's, obviously issues with that, but in the meantime, like you could work together and then you both enjoy this game. And it does sound like the best out of this situation.
Yeah, pretty much. She is in my Discord. She helps with the moderation when she feels well enough, and she helps me with testing because she doesn't like it the game too hard. So I try to sort of balance around what she's sort of comfortable with for a base difficulty, which I believe is Nomad, and then everything above Nomad just gets harder. So the idea is people can put the mod on and go, right, well, I want it a bit easier, I'll start on this, which is Nomad. Or, no, I just want to get absolutely punished because I've been a bad boy. I'm going to stick it on Insane.
Okay. Oh, similar question, though, because you brought up the vehicle pack, but about the demons, those models, like the different looking zombies and stuff that you've got in Darkness Falls, where do you get those models?
Okay, those are either ripped from earlier alphas, like the cowboy and the cheerleader,
Okay.
or bought from the Unity store.
Oh, interesting. Like the spider and stuff like that? We haven't seen the spider thing.
No.
Yeah, that was on the Unity store. That was actually on sale one Christmas, and I went, that looks cool. I think I could terrify the crap out of people with that.
That's great.
That's awesome.
Christmas sounds pretty big at your house.
Christmas at our house is usually make enough food to last 2 to 3 days, stay in, and keep the cats occupied, and that's it.
Sounds
There
about
you
Sounds
right.
like
go.
a wonderful holiday.
And
Actually.
mod a game, maybe.
Yeah, just change the game completely.
Yeah, just when you're bored, it's like, fuck it, I'll just go and recode this game. Why not?
That's awesome. I'm sure you're pretty damn good at this point, I'm sure you can navigate that world pretty well.
Yeah. What even got you into coding, or do you do any coding with this, or is it just changing XML files?
I do coding. I do have some custom C# patches in the mod. I'm not going to tell you all of them because it might spoil things, and I know roughly where you guys are right now.
Okay, thank you.
But I did computer science as a degree.
Gotcha. Awesome.
That helps. That'll teach you Notepad.
Yeah, it definitely did.
Now, do you have any tips for us? Can you give us some tips that aren't spoilers? Because Lord knows I can use them.
Yeah, I've died more than anyone in this run, so
You're just reckless.
I'm having a good time.
Oh, God. Okay. Right. I'm trying to remember exactly where you are right now. I definitely get better guns.
Yeah.
I
figure.
I would probably spam scout quests, which are the ones where you just run off and kill zombies because they're quick, they're easy, it's good ways to get gear.
Gotcha. So those are the medic quest, right?
Yeah, the lady who sells all
lady.
the medical supplies, she's
yeah.
the White River Scout.
Gotcha.
Okay, that's a scout. All right.
So I do hers because that also progresses the storyline so that you can go to Razor, Eve, and
Okay,
Anna.
that's a good
We actually
tip.
did kind of just figure that out, didn't we? We
Yeah,
just
you
talked
mentioned that
about
this
it.
week, actually. Yeah, I was like, we need to do more of her missions. I don't know if we did.
Yeah, I think one of us did. So
Yeah.
I'm going to do all missions from her from now on. Until further told by Khaine. Message me on Twitter.
I would also, if you can, prioritize hitting up Cracker Books so you can start getting extra classes and shit, because having more people with more than one class is not a bad thing.
Yeah, we should probably do that.
Well, yeah, that's kind of my goal. I'm saving up my points for my class so I can build us gyrocopters, because once we get gyrocopters, we can scour any cities for cracker books.
And get
shit
out
like
of
that.
the. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I also personally, I love getting the 4x4 and just slapping a turbo in that bad boy and just go.
Oh, hell yeah. 4x4? Get a turbo up in that bitch?
Thank you to our sponsor, NordVPN. And if you don't already use them, you're missing out on the best VPN out there securing your personal data and your internet activity. It's simple to use. I connect with just one click, or you could enable auto connect for zero-click protection. And NordVPN has over 5,400 servers in 60 countries. So take your pick. And if you're used to bandwidth throttling, forget about it, because NordVPN encrypts all your traffic so your internet provider cannot slow down your streaming speed. And NordVPN's new threat protection is a major upgrade. Threat protection blocks intrusive ads and web trackers, and when you download a file, threat protection inspects it for malware. It also automatically scans URLs and blocks malicious ones. Now NordVPN is not just a VPN, it's your badass cybersecurity tool. And threat protection not only protects your devices, but it protects you. With the ability to block trackers, it helps you avoid online spies and stalkers. And you can access NordVPN from anywhere. Even when you're traveling abroad, you stay at home virtually. It's just a click, open the map, click on a location, and you'll be connected in seconds. It's that easy. And NordVPN has a fantastic deal to share with our community. Go to nordvpn.com/Neebs to get a 2-year plan with a huge discount. And it's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. So come on. Go to nordvpn.com/Neebs to get a 2-year plan with a huge discount. Thank you, NordVPN.
Do you find yourself, do you get sick of the game? I think a lot of us here at the office, like, it's probably my favorite game in some ways, but
It's had the most longevity out of everything.
yeah,
in
it always
my
keeps you
head.
coming back. You kind of crave it after you give it a break for a while. You feel the same, or you know, obviously you've got some passion for it. That's why you're doing all this and have done it.
But there are times where I'm like, you know what? No, thank you. No 7 days today. Because like, I'm doing the modding and I'm recording a YouTube series for it. So it's like, you know what? I'm just going to go on the desktop and I'm going to go boot up Doom and shoot some demons in the face.
Yeah.
So, what would be your, if you had to, which obviously you don't, but you had to stop tomorrow, it's like, 7 days, no more, what would be the next game you would mod? Or do you have a game that you were like, maybe?
I think probably RimWorld, because that's using Unity and XML. So it's essentially using C# and XML, and I can translate it, what I know, over easier. So
What kind of game
will
is
probably
that?
be my next.
It's kind of
RimWorld is a single-player colony sim game. It's got lots of survival elements in it, but it's quite brutal. It's really fun.
Oh, cool. That's good to know.
Nice. So now that you had such a quick answer, can you see yourself double dipping? Or is that, something that you'd go, well, if I'm going to go and mod that means I'm going to have to take a break from Darkness Falls, get it at a place where I'm not updating it anymore, at least for the next 6 months, because you're going to work on something else?
Very unlikely, but I did make one small mod for RimWorld because it had a feature in it that I just didn't like, so I altered it.
That's what's nice. It's like you're the ultimate dick. You just be like, oh, yeah. It's like, yeah, you made these 3 mistakes, and the only way I'm going to play this trash game is if I fix them myself.
I love it. Just
No, it's great.
Having that ability is wonderful. Khaine, do you have any ambition in the future to create your own game?
Yes, and I started writing a game design document for it.
Atta
Fuck
boy.
yeah.
Nice.
That's exciting.
Well, I'd like to get in on the ground floor.
No.
Don't do anything with Simon.
Do you take pizza?
Leave him out.
I'll pay you in
The-
pizza.
The sort of thing I'm planning, like, probably won't be a survival game. I'm actually getting really kind of pissed off with how shit Diablo is, so I thought, fuck it, I'll make my own.
There you go.
Hey, if you need some voice actors in that bitch, we got you.
Yeah?
Hey, that sounds good.
I can
All
holler. I can holler
You can
and
hoot and
scream.
holler all
Oh,
you want.
yeah.
I can say things like mithril and elf.
And 3, 2, 1, bop.
We're going to hold you to this legally. If you make the game,
It's a
we have
contract
to.
now.
It's a kind of legally bound contract. We are the only voice actors you hire.
So who's going to play the women?
We
Me.
do that.
And we
Oh,
do that.
Vic.
We pitch
Vic
our
with a little
voices.
pitch. He's as sexy as out. He's your lady.
There we go. All sorted.
Now, I don't know. Do you, and it's not, you don't have to answer or whatever, but like, do you make any money from any of this in any way? Or is it just kind of.
I actually do. People have been incredibly generous,
Awesome.
especially after I posted on Twitter about how fucked I am with my electric bill.
Right. That's cool. And they responded.
They did.
Through Patreon, or can we send people to your link?
I do have a Patreon, yes.
Yeah, when there it is, and it's in the description.
Yeah.
Look at that
Show this man some love because he's made some wonderful, wonderful mods.
He's showing us all the love.
It's so interesting because now, like we've been playing this game for years, obviously, and now we can't see ever going back to playing the way we used to play,
Vanilla.
unless we're doing weird ass shit like Horde every night and this or that. I couldn't even imagine having a clock now. Who the fuck needs a clock?
And then we'll get one
You don't
eventually.
watch,
We-
you know?
No, yeah. I like that you have to work for that. You have
Yeah.
to work to know what time it is.
Exactly. And even not knowing, I'm cool with it never coming back now. We've done it for so long, I'm going like, we just need to learn the sun.
It was Aztecia that told me, she was like, if you start Darkness Falls, you can't go back.
Right.
And there's some truth to that. Because you've made such a compelling It's a really fun mod, dude.
Yeah. Well, and I'm sure
There's a tip that most people don't realize. At 12 o'clock, the background noise changes, and then it changes again at 7.
Oh, that's really good. Like for people who pay attention, not for me. I won't ever fucking
Yeah.
notice, but like
well,
Neebs,
there's always that music cue, isn't it? Like when nightfall happens, there's that dong,
Yeah,
dong, dong.
yeah.
that's
There's the
night.
music cue for night and
Yeah.
day, but at 12 o'clock, it starts a very slight cricket sound, and then at 7, the cicadas kick in.
right?
You
So
heard
if-
it here.
That's perfect. They kick in, and that's when you know on Horde night. You're like, damn, it's 7 o'clock. All right, guys, we know for sure
The
it's 7.
cicadas are yelling.
Yeah, that's something I've kind of noticed. I don't know, subliminally or whatever. It's like, oh, I hear crickets, cicadas, whatever. I'm going home.
Yep,
really?
that's how I was
Yeah.
playing it as well. When I removed the clock, it was like, oh shit, 7 o'clock, time to go home.
I like that though. Like
Yeah.
tell time kind of by your environment. It's like, oh, this thing, yeah, that's really good. Has there? I'm sure there's a challenge whenever the Fun Pimps updates the game. Do you have to reconfigure your mod to work with all the new updates?
Oh yeah,
Every
it
time.
depends how much they've changed. At the moment, for the next version, I'm actually rewriting all the XML so that hopefully new updates won't break it as much as it currently does.
So how long does something like, let's just say there's an update just happened. Does it take you a weekend to get it up and running?
So like if they drop like 20.6, it's likely just going to be very small patches and tweaks. It's probably going to be a couple of hours work depending on how much they change. Like 20.4 to 20.5, it was done in an hour.
Gotcha. Okay, so that when you have those big updates, it
Like
might be a day or two.
Like if it was when 21 drops.
Yeah, A19 to A20 it took me 3 days just to get it to boot without crashing.
Oh, wow.
And then the rest of the week to get it to be somewhat stable. It took ages.
Fuck.
So
Sounds
do you
maddening.
avoid sleep sometimes because of this? Because it sounds like if you've already got a full-time gig, obviously, it's just like, because are your days sometimes 16 hours or are you a wuss and you're like 8 hours?
There are days I have been awake for 30 hours working on it, yes.
I'll bet you feel like this kind of undue pressure to get it out there for the people that love your mod. But
Well,
even-
when you go in your Discord and most of the general chat is, when is it out? When is it out? When is it out?
That's
When
gotta
is
be
it out? And
fucking
you're like,
annoying and frustrating. God.
never. I'm going to drink myself to death at this rate. Fuck off.
I mean, it's your fault. In all fairness, it's your fault for
Yeah.
making something
Yeah, it
fun.
is.
So,
Yeah, you brought this hell upon yourself.
Hopefully there are people in the comments as well, defending you. I feel like I see that a lot in modders' comments. It's like, hey, I'm sure they're working on it.
Yeah.
They got other stuff to do.
Takes time.
I don't think people always realize just how much there is to do, because I use a program to compare the XML files between, like, say 20.5 and A21 when it comes out, and I go looking through it at all the red and I just go, oh fuck.
Oh, I see just like you line them up together and see all the inconsistencies and know what you have to fix.
Yep.
Wow. Huh. Damn.
Notepad.
Notepads. That's awesome.
Thank you to our sponsor, MeUndies. And everyone knows MeUndies for their super soft undies and comfy bralettes. Personally, my MeUndies boxer briefs are the most comfortable I've ever worn, and their lounge pants are perfect for the couch or bed, in my opinion. I love them. But did you know that they make other stuff too? We're talking durable, cushy socks that will make your feet sing. We're talking super stretchy loungewear. We're talking daily tees, shorts, and rompers that'll add a little silky softness to your everyday. They even make hoodies for your dog so you can match every important person in your life. Available in sizes extra small to 4XL and tons of colors and prints. Make MeUndies your destination for all things soft and sustainable. And MeUndies has a great offer for our community. For any first-time purchasers, you get 20% off plus free shipping and returns. So to get 20% off your first order, free shipping, and a 100% satisfaction guarantee, go to MeUndies.com/Neebs. That's MeUndies.com/Neebs. Thank you, MeUndies. So do you have anything that you're working on that's almost, I I don't know, like a sneak peek, but it's, coming out so soon that you could tell us and give us a scoop? Does that make
Give
sense?
me a moment. I have a list of patch notes.
Ooh, okay.
So I am working on 4.1. I am not going to guarantee when it's going to be out. I'd like September. I make no promises. But I have updated some of the C#, so it should run a bit better. I've updated the XML, so it should make it easier for me to update for A21. An entire class has been scrapped and merged with another.
Uh-oh. Well, which
Yeah.
class has been, or can we know which class is going to be gone?
Scavenger.
Scavenger's gone. Okay.
None of us are doing that.
Yeah, none of
right?
us
I
are
thought
doing.
Vic was.
Was he?
Yeah, because Scavenger's like the loot goblin class. isn't he?
Maybe. Yeah.
Oh well. Later, scavenger.
One of my favorite patch notes here is demonic behemoth is now smaller, so his fat ass can fit through doors.
Oh, perfect. Good.
I forgot we have a behemoth to deal with, huh?
Yeah, we haven't even seen. Well, we may have seen it this week. That might have been what Dick
maybe?
and Simon
Yeah,
saw
because
this
I was
week.
going to say, like, there's something that we ran across. It looked like it was, it had like Hulk arms.
With like shards or
Yeah,
spikes coming out of his fists.
Oh, that's the Titan.
That's a Titan.
like,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
It's got packs a punch, I assume.
I won't give everything away, but there's him and there's the behemoths, and they do different things.
Gotcha. I can't wait to see that shit. Just a change of pace from what we're used to.
Yeah, mostly it's like class tweaks to make things just a little bit better, tweaks for hopefully a bit slightly better performance, especially the big bunker, which I know you guys haven't been to yet. Oh, and infection's more deadly as well now.
Great. Thanks.
Yeah, seriously. We didn't need that one.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, you
Eat your vitamins.
should have started off by asking you just to be less of a dick when it comes to stuff like that.
The bees are bigger.
Right? They can sting you from farther away. Great.
So if we want to add like our own movie poster in there, is that something we could pull off?
Yeah, basically, all you really need to do, I say that, and it's going to make it sound easy, and it's not as easy as I make it sound, but you basically need to make a new block in Unity that's got the texture on it, and then you could just export it and load it in the game. It's actually not that hard.
So we'd have to have Unity.
Yeah, I mean, it's like something I could probably do in an hour.
Ah, an hour.
Yeah, you don't need any more
So
work.
it would take us a day and a half.
Take us a month.
How do you save this image as a JPEG?
So you'd be making like a block. Let's just say if I wanted to replace, a small picture in there with just a Neebs face.
When you go into Unity and you do right click, create new cube. A cube in Unity is the size of a block in 7 Days to Die.
Okay.
And then I drag my texture into Unity, and the block has a material, and the material is what holds all the texture info. And you just go, right, use this texture, and then it textures the block with that texture. So in your case, your movie poster, it would apply the movie poster to all the sides of the block. And then I can export that and just load it as a new block in the game.
Done.
So we're going to try to get Unity.
Yeah, I guess we need movie posters around.
Yeah, it's got to be done.
Yeah.
All right, and then we could just drop the folder in or the file into one of the folders, and that would work.
Yeah, you have to set it up in a certain way, but it's not too hard.
Has there been any like a challenge, or what is your biggest challenge where you've thought, I want to make this change to the game, that should be easy, and it took you way longer than you thought?
Ooh, that would have to be the Wandering Horde mod I did.
Oh.
That was a nightmare.
Really?
Yeah, that was a lot of C# coding. It took me ages.
So, like, what was going wrong most consistently over and over with it? If you could explain that.
The easiest way to say it would be because of what I was using to do it. It was basically going, your patch is wrong, fuck you, crash.
Okay, so you weren't like seeing it work wrong. It just was bombing out on you.
Yeah, exactly. It was just going, nope, absolutely not, fuck you, NRE, crash.
God, that's gotta get annoying after a while. I can imagine.
It was really annoying.
I'm curious, like with a screamer. So in the regular game, a screamer screams, maybe 5 or 6 zombies show up. What kind of settings did you change when a screamer screams?
Aha. Now, that isn't in the version you guys are on, because I believe you're on 4.01 or 4.02.
Okay.
Actually, no, it is in that. If you go into mods, Scouts mod, there's a text file in there. Those numbers are how many zombies it can spawn.
Oh.
So you just made it infinite?
Yes.
Anything
Having
goes.
said that, for 4.1, those settings are now on the main menu, so you can do it all from the main menu.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Neat. Okay.
Gotcha.
So we can dial that back. I like the madness.
It's hectic. I love it.
They kill the damn bitch. Kill her.
You don't wait around to kill her, do you?
No.
You gotta do it quick.
No, as soon as
Kill her.
you even hear a grunt from a screamer, it's like, fuck, where is it? Kill it. It's awesome.
You know what? Go ahead.
I had a fun one because I was in one of my POIs and I ran around wrenching all of it because I know what shit I could get out of there. And it was like, yeah, I want all of this to make coil ammo. I'm taking the lot. And I heard the scream upstairs and I thought, okay, right, yeah, I'm going to have to get up there and I'm going to have to kill her. And I climbed up the ladder and I popped my head out and she went scream and a shitload of behemoths ran at me and I just went, fuck this, got on the 4x4 and got out of there.
You should jump in with us sometime. It'd be great to have you as a guest in the
Yeah.
I would be up for that.
fucking
Yeah,
blast,
that would
dude.
be wonderful.
Do a horde night with us or something.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And we'll hide behind you.
Yes, Horde Nights, where I stand there and set myself on fire. Again.
That'll make all of us.
So you said you have a YouTube channel. You play the game on yours?
I do, yes. I am currently doing a insane difficulty no XP run.
Wow.
Well, plug your YouTube channel so that our audience knows about it.
Right, that is Khaine's Corner, Khaine with a K and Corner with a K.
Be careful with too many of those.
Kane's Corner on YouTube.
Yeah.
No middle name, right?
Yeah.
My wife said, oh, you should have a name for your community. And I said, like, what? And she went, Khaine's Corner Crew. Wait a minute.
Nope. Kane's crazy corner. Wait a minute.
Well, hey, tell your wife that we all said thank you for her contribution to all this.
Oh, the cowboys and the cheerleaders being strippers was her idea.
I love it.
Beautiful. Fantastic. Well, we'll talk. We'll do things.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me. I've really enjoyed it.
Oh, such a pleasure, dude. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. You and your wife.
Oh, I'm sure we will. I think she's. I think she said right now she's playing with mad tabby kittens. So
That's good times right there.
Mad tabby kittens?
Hey,
yeah,
listen.
we are currently fostering 5 kittens.
Oh my God.
So they're in our living room destroying it.
Oh, nice.
In our business, I just thought that was a person.
What, mad tabby kittens? Oh, yeah, okay. That's just a screen
Oh,
name.
yeah.
Yeah.
Screen name,
That would be a
right?
good
Tab-
screen name.
Yeah, bad tabby kids. All right, later, Kane.
Yeah,
Thank you,
cheers,
Kane.
buddy.
Cheers, Kane.
Thank you very much.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, super neat. Like,
Who's next? We got another guest?
Random
know.
call, random dial. What a fuck. I'll bet it had to turn into like kind of snowballed into this responsibility he never expected maybe.
Yeah, that's I mean, that's why the modding community has always been interesting to me. Because yeah, you have modders out there making a living doing this stuff, but it's kind of rare. But some, yeah, like he's talking about when something breaks and everyone's yelling at you.
Yeah.
And you're like, guys, this is like a part-time thing I do.
Yeah.
Like that's just got to be, yeah. It's just it's an interesting thing to do for people.
My
Like, you know,
biggest experience with that is GTA, because we do GTA cinematic videos, and when we're doing those, we record them, and then we take all that footage, and we have to use mods to get the camera angles we want.
right.
There's a lot of updates in GTA, but usually mid-project they update something, and then the mod's broke.
Yeah. Now script hook's broken.
Yep.
None of the mods work.
And
We
then you
can't get
go,
the camera angles.
and you're looking at the community going nuts, like, where is it? Where is it? And I'm the same way. I'm not verbally abusive, but I'm like, I need this.
Yeah.
I need to make my YouTube videos. Nah, it's wild.
He seems like he's pretty cool, calm, and collected though.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
probably helps a bit.
Nah, an amazing man. Yeah, taking care of a disabled wife. Fuck,
Yeah.
what a guy.
Yeah, and kittens, come on.
Man,
Look at
kittens.
this. Look at this angel of men.
Disabled wife, kittens. I love this guy.
When are kittens coming in 7 days?
Yeah.
That's what 7 days needs.
Kittens.
Kittens.
A
you can
mad
take care
tabby
of.
kitten demon
Yeah, exactly. Little hell kittens.
Oh god, and it's tiny.
shoots balls
boy.
of yarn at you.
You know, and that's what I should have asked him that if we wanted to put a kitten in there, you know, like just a stupid looking, you know,
We could.
bad moving.
Man, did you
kitten,
hear what
how
I asked
hard
about the
would that
poster?
be?
The poster already scared me.
Yeah, that was a.
It did scare me, and I've played with Unity, so I understand the concept. But so for a kitten, we would have to go on like a Unity store, find a little 3D kitten,
Exactly.
put it in there,
and
assign a sound
replace it
to it.
with
Copy the dog.
Yeah, copy with the dog, maybe. Yeah.
dog or the rabbit.
It sound. I mean, it would take us forever because we've never used Unity or anything to that extent.
Here's what
And
Be
it
But
great.
said,
it's possible.
It's something that he said would maybe take him an hour to
Right.
do.
Yeah.
But well, he said an hour for the changing of a texture of a block. I don't know. It sounds like it's the similar amount of if you're just replacing a block or a.
If it acts the same way.
Man, hell kittens would be great. Could you imagine hearing all those little mews on like a horde
Oh,
night?
they gotta
and
be the
there's- they're
cutest
coming
little mew.
across the
It'd be
field.
great.
But this should be the thing with them that's different. If you have a laser scope and you shoot at the ground,
You can guide them.
you can lead it away.
yeah, now we got some
damn
programming
right.
going on. Yeah.
Wow.
Like the
Yeah, that would take
the
work.
kitten is attracted to the laser.
Yeah.
God, do the lasers
can-
even act as an
I-
entity
they-
in those games?
I don't. Well, they must obviously target.
You think
Yeah,
its point of
okay.
target would be
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
See, that's where I go. I can't imagine coding something
There's
like that.
there's got to be a way to tie that to some degree, but it doesn't.
God, we're
fuck.
dumb. Thank God we make cartoons.
It's another 30-hour day for Kane.
Yeah, get on a kid. Hell kittens, we want them.
Mad tabby kittens.
Mad tabbies. Wow.
That would be fun.
Yeah, it'd be cool. It'd be fun if you like. Everybody loves in a game when you have a dog or something follow you around.
Pet.
A pet.
Like an ark. You get
Yeah.
attached
Yeah.
to those animals.
You do. That'd be an interesting little touch. I mean, it's like
Oh, it would.
you got drones following you.
I'm attached to my little nutcracker
Dick puncher.
robot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I look at it as a character sometimes.
Right.
Hey, watch my back. I'm going in.
Might be nice to put skins on those, like where it's like a mannequin almost, you know.
Little eyeballs.
And punching like this. Like you can't see.
Could
it,
reskin those a touch.
Customize it.
Yeah.
Little googly eyes and a hat.
That'd be kind of fun, right?
Yeah.
Could be wrong, but I want to say I've seen that 7 Days mod where they add a companion dog.
Oh yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think someone's done that. It could be wrong.
I wouldn't be surprised though.
Be nice.
Yeah, I like we have all these ideas and they're really easy to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what's cool about being a modder is like having that ability.
Figuring
Like,
that
man,
out.
This would be really cool in the game. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go fucking do it. Like that's cool.
Yep. Dude, the kitten with the laser, that's brilliant. That's good shit.
And speaking of 7 days, I don't think I've seen the last couple, but you were saying here in the office, Dora, that Thick is catching up to you on those deaths.
Oh, he's getting right. Yeah, and like again, Jack's a couple weeks ahead. So for all I know, he has.
That's right. He very well could have. Well, he's reckless, and he's not here to defend himself today.
Yeah.
I mean, he's always been reckless. He's just like, fuck it. Well, I'll just go. It'll be fine. I got this.
As
Well,
far as
and
I've
plus-
just
He's
seen, I'm at
overly
6.
confident without actually. He hasn't earned the confidence.
See, I don't have an
Yeah.
excuse. I don't-
That overconfidence mixed with his hand not having the dexterity that you
There's
used to
that.
have
And
Yeah.
I've still got him beat death wise. God, I'm at 16 and I think he just hit 14. So I'm just so happy when you guys die.
It's just like I play careful because in that game I'm like, hey, anything here could kill me. It's like let's rush into this building. I'm like, hell no, I'm gonna play this super careful.
Whenever, when my girl watches the episodes with me or whatever, whenever the death counter pops up, she just giggles. Like she loves that so much. It just tickles her every time.
I love it too. I love the death count.
I do too.
Yeah,
It's gotta be in-
Two
we
of my
added that.
deaths are pretty much related to Apsro.
Two of mine are not. Are one of them is related. I think Absro too.
Yeah.
I have like 2 or 3 that were not my fault at all.
Yeah.
Oh, me too.
I'm sure.
I died from invisible spikes once. They weren't. Have you guys like? I guess it might be because of the mod and stuff like that. There's been a couple times with trees.
I know what
where
you're talking about, yeah.
You like look away and they like if you're not looking
Pop
in the
out.
right. Yeah, it just
Yeah.
disappears. Well, that was happening to spikes.
I think
at
I
the-
saw a comment on one of the videos about that. It's a certain setting in your graphics.
Oh.
If you turn it off, I think it's occlusion or something like that.
Okay.
It's one of those settings that if you turn that off, that goes away.
That'll go away with
Go in
that.
there
But
and
it's like the
uncheck
game's trying
invisible
to
spikes.
yeah,
it's-
do some reflections or
It's
something.
important to see spikes when they're
Yeah.
laid down. So I'm gonna probably want to turn that off.
Well, that one time I killed you, Neebs, technically I think you died.
No, I don't think it did.
Did you not?
I think no, because my health was like 4% or something, and I was on the
okay.
bike, and it was like making me float or something. But I still had 4%
Okay.
health.
Yeah.
and then
you
the
were
other
flying,
time-
I don't know.
The other
Seems
time I
ambiguous.
jumped off of my safety spot on the roof to come help you.
Which that was your first mistake.
I shouldn't help you anymore.
No.
That's the problem.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think my only death is just from that first night, isn't it?
That's
Yeah,
crazy,
First night
dude.
trying to live in the city.
Yeah.
Just,
That's crazy.
Part of me wants to kill you, and the other part of me wants to make sure
Yeah.
you never die again. I'm torn.
Right, I can feel that.
Because if you could go the whole series without dying, that'd
oh
be
god,
pretty
no,
awesome.
it's gonna happen one day. But I'm happy to have gone this long because now it's like an occasion.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh,
fuck.
for sure. Yeah, it's gonna
God.
hit you hard.
Unless it's
Yeah,
Dora.
exactly. It's like it's gonna hurt more when I die. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
actually feel like fuck.
We are like polar opposites, you and I. I can't die enough. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's
no,
fun.
I like how we got that.
It's fun too, though, to hear Simon change from like, I'll just die and respawn.
Right.
To,
Yeah.
I didn't want to die.
Oh God, it's
It's right.
I think the last 2 times I died, it wasn't my fault at all. And when that happens, I usually think it's really funny.
Yeah.
So I'm just like laughing, like, okay, I don't like, because I get mad at myself when I put myself in a position where I die.
Dude, it's
But when you blow me up, I'm like, okay, that was just funny.
like we talked about like when we started Alone-ish and when I died immediately. Like that lingered with me for a while,
That
right?
got you in the gut.
It got me in the
Yeah.
gut. You know what? When we recorded Arc Tuesday night, that got me in the gut.
Yeah. I
Oh,
feel
man.
bad
No
for you.
spoilers, but
Yeah.
fuck, dude, that lingered with me that night, maybe into yesterday.
That sucks.
And it's like it's a game, and I know it's going to be entertainment.
But
Like I'm
that's
so
good.
disappointed in myself.
It's good when we're that invested.
You're
And
right.
especially in these versus ones we're invested.
Fuck Arc.
and this is where I did acknowledge, because immediately when you said what happened, I went, if I did that, he would be ripping me apart.
I would not.
Limb, but how can you have that?
He's the
How
only one
can-
that wouldn't rip you apart. The rest
Yeah,
of us.
well-
that's weird that you say that because
Well,
it's
you know
true.
what? I mean, for something like that, I think you've kind of ripped me apart a
know.
little bit. Okay, maybe not.
He's
don't
the
know.
easiest going on you.
Yeah.
Fix the
he
worst.
rips you apart the least out of anybody, I would say.
I know, but I'm talking about like during our little thing together. He has given me some shit, which rightfully so, for things like, how the fuck do you not know? What are you doing that? And, that happens sometimes.
yeah,
And
sure.
I'm not saying it once to you, because accidents happen.
They do.
And
You guys are doing good, I think, as a team.
Shut up.
No, I don't mean game wise. I meant your relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
yeah.
It's like therapy for you guys. It's wonderful.
I think it's the opposite.
It's going to tear us apart.
Maybe.
Vic was almost your partner, Simon. Almost.
Oh,
You know what? I regret being in the series. I regret this.
I'm not going to
completely.
give any but I'll tell you guys after when we're done recording. But I kind of accomplished my mission. I'm not going to say anything more.
Okay.
Okay.
You kind of accomplished your.
Yeah, that's all right.
Okay.
I don't know what that is.
Secrets, mysteries,
Well,
Okay.
I mean,
intrigue.
I have
like
to
it.
talk to Ada, so it's clear, and it'll be great for the edit.
So
Okay,
you did
gotcha.
something good in the last recording. You want to make sure it
that
makes
nobody
the edit.
really knows.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't want to know. Yeah.
I kind of don't.
Well, maybe
either.
And we haven't been we're not watching this series. The last one that came out, I watched the scenes I was in, but not your scenes. So I don't know what you guys
believe
did.
you.
I'm not watching anything.
I don't want to know. I'm the guy that if my mom can tell me where my Christmas presents are when I was a kid, and I'm like, okay, I will not look at them. I want to be surprised.
Man, I got busted one time, and did you ever try to see? I don't know why this one year, and I was like peeking in trying to see. When
For
you
Christmas.
wrap a gift and the sides of the little flaps that you tape,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you can
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like bend them open and see if you can kind of see a little bit of a box in
That's the
there or
kind of-
something.
That's who you are. You're that person.
Oh, this is who I was, and I will never be that again. This one year, and I was like trying to move it so I could just like get that bubble out and look a little bit more, and it ripped. I was like, shit.
Busted.
And I did get busted. My mom saw it, and she gave, I
What
felt
was
really
it?
bad.
Do you remember?
Yeah, I do. It was Transformers Constructicons.
Constructicon. Was it like a dump truck or something like
It
that?
was one of them. They were like, they weren't that big, but you could put 5 of them together to make a big Constructicon.
Okay.
I don't think I had all of them, but I had a couple of them.
God, I remember I was a little shit one Christmas. And then we went to Grandma's house Christmas Eve, and I looked under the tree. I was like, oh, I'm going to take a peek at the boxes just so I can kind of figure out what they might be. And they all looked like clothes boxes. You know what I'm talking about? Small,
Oh, yeah.
rectangular. And I was pissed.
They're soft and socky.
I was like, I hate Christmas.
Yep.
I was like, what's wrong? I was like, Christmas sucks. All I'm getting is clothes. I can tell. They all look like clothes boxes.
Oh my God, you little bitch.
Yeah. Oh, I was a little shit. It's one of those things you look back on like, God, I was a little kid,
Right,
just
right.
emotional for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
But then once I opened them, this it looks like clothes boxes, and it's like, oh, there's 3 Ninja Turtle characters in there.
Yeah,
So, but it was like, oh God,
There
I
is
felt
a
like
guy.
an ass.
they had your number.
That was a lesson learned.
Yeah.
When you squeeze them all and they're all soft, that's when you get mad.
I used to save like, especially as a young adult, just whatever boxes I had, which was usually like frozen food, like Hot Pockets or Mr. P's
You
pizza.
put presents in like Hot Pocket
Yeah,
boxes?
sure.
Wow.
Yeah, why
Yeah,
not?
no. Well,
And they'd
it's good.
unwrap it and be like, "You're
Oh.
supposed to refrigerate these," and I'm like, "I know. Merry Christmas."
That's fun.
But then there's a Ninja Turtle in it.
Right.
Yeah. One that you stole from a kid next
kid.
door. Didn't have its own packaging, so you threw it in a Hot Pocket
Well,
box and
he was
wrapped it up.
annoying. He was complaining about clothes, so
Right.
Mhm,
he
he
deserved,
deserved it. He was an ass.
Yeah.
I'm excited to have Kane in with us. That'll be a fun. Like
That's- yeah, that's
we can
interesting.
blame him for everything.
I mean, God, if
Yeah.
he's been playing so long,
Yeah.
like he knows that game
in and out.
in and out in a way that most people never will.
Yeah.
So when did we start? 15? 16?
I want to say 16, but I could be wrong.
He started at
15.
8?
Yep.
Yeah.
So how, so I guess when did this game start? 2013?
We're not doing math.
Okay.
No.
We're not a math group.
Yeah,
All right.
it's
That's been a
still in
minute.
alpha. That's crazy. That's what's wild about 7 days. It's not done yet. It's still in alpha.
It should always be off.
And
right?
I don't care if that
No,
never
fine with it.
ends.
Hey, we
with
should have
that
asked
game.
him his opinion on that just to hear it.
It's
But
a
yeah.
perfect game. You don't
Yeah.
want to stop. Like I don't want to. I don't want to see the end of progress.
Yeah.
In that game, it's kind of it works for it.
Hey, yeah, as long as they keep selling them.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Like on consoles, they haven't even updated console in a hot minute.
Right.
So I mean, this game is really only flourishing on the PC market.
God, and playing that on just don't do it.
I can't imagine.
It's
I
the worst.
know some people do and enjoy it, but
Yeah,
I
the
can't
menus with a
imagine
controller.
dealing with that menu system with a
No.
controller.
Fuck. And with zombies coming, like to navigate through it quickly.
Yeah,
is
my
not
brain couldn't do
possible.
it, but it's control in a game is one of those things. Once you
Yeah.
get used to something,
Yeah, I guess.
you could do it with a controller.
You can do it,
You
yeah.
got to learn it, like
Yeah.
anything else.
Yeah.
But yeah, it sounds awful to me.
But if they ever were to go, okay, we're gonna jump back into console and get the latest version, it'd be a great day for all those console
yeah, and
players.
it's going to happen, but I think what happens is it costs them a good chunk of change
not worth
to
it usually.
update it on the Xboxes and the PlayStations. So they're like, okay, we're not going to do it all the time. Whereas on PC, it's just like you send Valve a file, and they're like, okay.
I could only imagine what it would entail, but imagine 7 days in VR.
Oh God.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, I know. But the stress, like hearing a screamer, like all those things amplified,
Jeez.
peeking around, looking behind
I
you.
guess
and
it would
shit.
be. Have you played Saints and Sinners?
A little bit, a
yeah,
little bit.
That's a pretty cool zombie game in VR, and it's got the loot element where you can go into a house, but you actually reach behind you and you pull out a backpack,
Yeah.
and then like you're opening drawers, grabbing stuff physically in the
Yeah.
drawers, and jamming them into your backpack to take back
Yeah.
to base.
That's
That
VR?
sounds pretty awesome.
It's awesome. Like looting in that game was like, this feels so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like for a survival game, it'd be. I wish it was expanded upon, but. And then the zombie fight's fun too, because you might have a knife and a zombie comes at you, you just jam it into his head.
Yeah,
like you actually
all
have
those
to physically
things.
do all that
digging
stuff.
into the ground. If
Yeah.
you know what I mean, that'd be
No,
pretty
it would
immersive.
take it. Yeah, it would take it to immersion wise. It
Yeah,
would take it to another level
for sure.
One day, someone's gonna make a badass zombie survival game in VR. It's gonna happen.
Damn right.
That's. I still think that's a baby industry.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. It's, I mean, it's amazing what they can do already. 10 years, it's gonna be even better. 20 years, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah,
And in 30 years,
all done.
I'll
Yeah.
be dead.
What a fad.
Yeah, that's what a lot of the kids, I mean, they still play console games, but, and this is just based on what I've seen my kid do, they just want to put on the headset.
Yeah, that's
I want to
cool.
put on the headset and be in there with my friends.
I love that. Yeah,
Play Rec
it's,
Room.
Our buddy Bobby, when his daughter was going through all of her treatment, and leukemia and stuff like that, the VR was a big thing for her to see her friends, be around her friends when she was up at the hospital.
Yeah.
Like I
that's
think
a good point.
That's cool.
super cool. It's like you can't. It's as close as you can get without even being anywhere near them.
Yeah. No, like, I've played stuff like Rec Room, and just being in the headset, you look over, there's your buddy.
It feels.
It feels like it's, and then you can just like high five each other.
Yeah.
Just doing shit like that. So
Yeah.
you can't do that with normal console. Anthony.
Hey, everybody. Hey, what's going on?
Hey,
Anthony's done that. Anthony's watched movies with friends in VR,
yeah.
haven't you?
It's great.
Go to a movie
Wonderful.
theater, sit beside them.
Yeah. It was The Matrix, so it was a shitty experience.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Not because of VR.
Oh,
the
what
Matrix.
a shit movie that was.
Yeah, or the new one.
Yeah,
The last three. There's only one Matrix movie.
you're right.
That's right. I started to watch that again.
I heard the second one was good. Just recently, people were going like, everyone gives the second one's also good. The third one is apparently shit.
Yeah, but you can't watch the second one because the third one's the end of it. So the third one being shit makes the second one shit by default. In my opinion. It's
Got
like, okay, the
'em.
story,
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
I don't know.
The conclusion to your story is it sucks. And who gives a shit about the second one?
You know it's bad though when you forget you were watching a movie, like because I watched the first part of The Matrix and then it went off of HBO, and I was like, oh well, I guess I don't need to see it. And then it came back to HBO. And I was like, I'll pick up where I left off, and I got a little bit further, and then I forgot that I
Or even started a movie. Yeah, that's a bad sign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love when you just can't wait to watch the next part of something. You're like,
Yeah.
man, I got to know what happened.
Yeah.
I didn't feel that with
No,
Matrix.
I don't think one person
No.
did. Not a
Right.
single person.
Sure. So, I remember seeing the second one in the theater when that ended. I was like, okay, I'm kind of curious to see what happens next. And what happens next fucking sucked. But I think, oh man, okay, I got one. But the best ending to a second one going into a third movie that you guys can think of. I think my favorite is that Pirates of the Caribbean 2, where it's like Johnny Depp just got eaten by a giant squid. Anthony just stood up because he's like, yes, this one's fucking awesome.
He
I know.
saluted.
Yes, I was also going to say Infinity War. I mean,
Infinity War had a
Yeah,
great
that,
ending.
that's pretty impressive.
Well, yeah, I love in that second Pirates. Johnny Depp just got eaten by a squid, and they're like, oh, how are we going to get Jack Sparrow back? And it's like, ooh, I know a captain that knows how to sail these waters, and it's the bad guy from the first movie who you thought was dead. It's like, okay, music swells up, and you're like, all right, I want to see where this goes. I thought that was a great ending.
There you go. That and Infinity War.
And Infinity War.
Yeah. I don't have one example.
Yeah, I'm gonna go off of yours and say, yep.
Yeah.
Me too.
The first
Sure.
Back to the Future's got a great ending that makes you want more.
Man, I remember watching that as a kid, and you know how slow time passes when you're a kid? Mm-hmm. And it said, to be continued or whatever. Like, I swear 40 years went by before I saw
Yeah.
The second one.
the second one. I was like, I guess they're not doing it.
Yeah,
It's
we
just
must
over.
have called it off.
Yeah. No, that was very like, okay, yeah, I'm in for the second
But
one.
how many years was it actually? It felt like a lifetime.
Probably about 4.
4 years?
At least 3.
Between 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
they shot 2 and 3 at the same
Yeah,
time.
2 and 3 were
back.
shot back to back.
4 years in kids' time is a long time.
Yeah.
Dude, it's
Forever.
Eternity.
it's
Yeah.
an eternity.
How many Ninja Turtles episodes that is?
So many.
Yeah, like I wanted to see the movie, and then by the time it came out, I was like, "Fuck that movie." It's like I was into pussy, so
Yeah.
I wasn't getting any,
oh,
but I was
That
trying
was,
to look
that
for
was
the
your
trashy
pussy
bag.
phase.
He was
huh?
dabbling, you know.
You were in your 40s or 50s getting ready to,
Yeah,
you were like on your last leg of dating.
yeah. They just got I just got the dick pills. got them working again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
man.
I was
times
wondering
there.
if anyone's ever taken one of those before getting a vasectomy. Just for laughs.
You were wondering that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you think that would be fun?
I'm just curious if that's ever happened.
Why?
You never had that thought?
No, I don't
No.
really
Okay.
even understand the
No,
thought.
no, not one.
All right,
Sometimes
we're
I just
ending on
wonder
that.
about
We're gonna
stuff.
end on
Yeah.
your messed
Alright.
up
Yeah.
thought.
Oh, good
Let us
stuff.
know in the comments if you've ever.
Please.
Yeah,
Please do.
Yeah, if you're
Done
like
that.
Neebs.
Big thanks to Khaine. Show that love, and thank you guys as well.
Goodbye.